viewers, welcome to our
Chicken this and action later.
So good morning, Ms. Ungab and Mr. Abades.
So, good morning to all. It's an honor to be here this morning.
So let's get to our topic. Let's talk about cybercrime. So you two, what is your day about cybercrime? Ladies first, Ms. Ungab.
So, thank you for your wonderful questions. Cybercrime, also called computer crime, the use of computer as an instrument for further illegal ends, and also such as committing fraud, trafficking, and child pornography and intellectual property, or stealing or privacy stealing of someone's identity. So, thank you.
How about you, Mr. Abantes?
So the another one is the computer may have used in the commission of a crime, or it may be the target. Cybercrimes can be declared as offense that are committed against individual or groups and of it with a criminal motive, and to intentionally harm the reputation of the victims or the abuse, so or cause a physical or a mental harm.
Can you give us an example of cybercrime, Mr. Abades?
One of the highest profile banking computer crime occurred during course of 3 years. So, in the beginning in 1970, the chief teller at the Park Avenue branch of New York's Union Dime Savings Bank embezzled over $1.5 million of accounts. So, 1 million hundreds of money. In the Philippines, from 2013 to 2015, online scams consistently topped the list of most common cybercrimes reported to the Philippine National Police Anti-Cybercrime Group in PNP or ACG. And meanwhile, online scam complaints came in at second place with 444 complaints in 2016 from the 334 complainants recorded in 2015.
So, additional to this information, rounding up at the 5 complaints were identity theft, online threats, and violation of Anti-Photo and Video Voyeurism Act. Online threats, online scams, and identity theft has also been increasing since 2013 based on the data from PNP-ACG. From double-digit figures in 2013, the numbers have been steadily rising to 3-digit figures until last year.
If I were be a victim of cybercrime, where can I report cybercrime in the Philippines, Mr. Abantes?
In that case, reporting of cybercrime incidents, Department of Justice, Republic of the Philippines, just call at the below of the screen.
Okay, please answer our question later, Mr. Abades and Ms. Ungab. We will back to you, viewers.
Babalik ang chicken this action later.
So let's go back to our topic. What is the penalty for cybercrime, Ms. Ungab?
So, For the answer of your questions, in the Philippines, the Cybercrime Prevention Act of 2012, officially recorded as Republic Act number 10175, is a law in the Philippines approved on September 12, 2012. It aims to address legal issues concerning online threats or interactions on the Internet of the Philippines. Any person found guilty of any punishable acts commemorated Section 4C3 shall be punished with imprisonment of arrest of mayor of a fine at least 50,000 pesos but exceeding 200,000 pesos or both.
Okay. What are the common forms of cybercrime in the Philippines? Mr. Abantes.
Here are the example common cybercrime in the Philippines. The first one, phishing, means using fake email messages to get personal information from the internet users. Another one is misusing personal information or identity theft. And the third one is hacking. What is hacking? Shutting down or misusing websites or computer networks. Fourthly is spreading hate and encouraging terrorists, inciting terrorists. And fifth one, distributing child pornography. So alam naman natin. So we know that yes, child pornography in the Philippines. So the last one is grooming. Yes, grooming. Make sexual advances to minors. Yes. Thank you.
So, additional for your questions, nowadays all digital devices, including computers, gadgets, or tablets or phones or smartphones, are connected to the internet. The government rightly takes cybercrime very seriously and DOJ are working to fight it, or the Department of Justice.
What is Republic Act 10173, Data Privacy Act of 2012, Ms. Uma?
So, as I told earlier, Republic Act number 10173, otherwise known as Data Privacy Act, is a law in the Philippines that seeks to protect, be sensitive, be personal, be private, all the information in the internet. It means to cover both natural and juridical persons involved in processing of personal information. According to Chapter 1, Section 2, Declaration of Policy, it is the policy of the state to protect the fundamental human right of privacy, of communication while ensuring free flow of information to promote innovation and growth in the Philippines.
Okay. If someone being harassed in social media or internet, where can a victim report online harassment cases?
So the DOJ, Cybercrime Division, National Bureau of Investigation, Cybercrime Division, and Philippine National Police Cybercrime Group accept and handle this kind of cases.
If ever, who can file a case in online harassment, Ms. Uma?
So, as I told earlier in Mr. Abantes, the DOJ or Department of Justice said any victim can file a report against online harassment or other cybercrime even through a representative. But they also pointed out that it must be done personally because, for example, kailangan personal kasi, di ba, may iba na kunwari naninira lang gano'n. So, yun. As I said in DOJ, it may be the person who is the victim.
So, when filing a report, what should the victim will do?
So for the answer of your questions, I think first thing to do is gather evidence. For example, proof of cyberbullying and harassment will be the basis of any case that will be filed. So collect screenshots and receipts that can help prove the file case. Or for example, you receive a message from the hacker, so you screenshot it and then file a case to the DOJ and the DOJ will handle that case.
And under Republic Act of 10175 of the Cybercrime Prevention Act, any person found guilty on committing the unlawful or prohibited acts of libel and as defined in Article 355 of the Revised Penal Code, may be punished with prison, correctional in its maximum period to the prison mayor in its minimum period, or a fine ranging from 6,000 up to the maximum of determined by the court.
For the user of the internet, what precautions should one take to avoid becoming a victim of cybercrime, Mr. Abadjes?
So, for the viewers, this is the important thing to do. First, install and regularly update reputable antivirus software. Second, always use a firewall. Third, use strong passwords. Fourth, don't give out personal or sensitive information. Fifth, back up your files regularly. And lastly, use common sense.
Thank you so much, Mr. Abadis and Ms. Ungab, for sharing some important information.
And also thank you to our viewers. See you on next week of our Chika Action Later.
See you.